Breaking news. I escaped from them. Uganda opposition leader speaks from hiding after arrest. Welcome back to Royal Media. Thanks for always being here. Please don't forget to like, don't forget to share, and don't forget to subscribe. This is the channel that brings to you verified news within Nigeria and around the globe. The Uganda opposition leader and National Unity Platform NUP presidential candidate Robert Kyagulanyi Sentamu, popularly known as Bobi Wine, is speaking from his hiding. So guys, let's listen to this Ugandan opposition leader, Bobi Wine. Uganda opposition leader Bobi Wine Saturday said that he had escaped a police raid on his home and was in hiding as the country braced for the result of a fourth election held under an internet blackout. Earlier reports by his party suggested that Wine was forcibly taken away in an army helicopter from his home on Friday, a day after election marred by reports of violence. The president, Yoweri Museveni, 81, took set to be declared winner and extend his 40 years rule in an election marred by reports of at least 10 deaths and intimidation of the opposition and civil society. As Uganda endured a tense wait after Thursday's poll, Museveni had a commanding lead against Wine, 43, a former singer turned politician who was arrested ahead of Uganda's last election in 2021. With final result due around 1,200 GMT Saturday, there were conflicting reports about Wine's whereabouts, following claims that police and the army had raided his home on Friday night. I want to confirm that I managed to escape from them, Wine posted on X on Saturday. Currently, I am not at home, although my wife and other family members remain under house arrest. I know that these criminals are looking for me everywhere, and I am trying my best to keep safe, he added. There was a heavy police presence around the capital, Kampala, AFP journalists saw, with security forces forcing people off the streets as they sought to prevent the sort of protests that have hit neighboring Kenya and Tanzania in recent months. Police said they had controlled access in areas we feel as security hotspots. We have not necessarily denied people accessing wines, but we cannot tolerate instances where people use its residence to gather and incite violence, police spokesman Kaituma Roski told reporters. A store owner near Wine's home, 29-year-old Prince Gerard, told AFP he had a drone and helicopter at the residence the previous night with a heavy security presence. Many people have left the area, he said. We have a lot of fear. With more than 90% of votes counted on Saturday, Museveni was leading on 71.9% with Wine's 24.5%, the Electoral Commission said. Wine, 43, whose real name is Robert Kyagulanyi, has emerged as the main challenger to Museveni in recent years, styling himself as the ghetto president after the Kampala slum area where he grew up. He has accused the government of massive ballot stuffing and attacking several of his party officials under cover of the internet blackout, which was imposed ahead of the polls and remained in place on Saturday. African election observers said Saturday they saw no evidence of ballot stuffing but denounced reports of intimidation, arrest, and adoption targeting the opposition and civil society. This instilled fear and eroded panic trust in the electoral process. Former Nigerian President Goodluck Jonathan told reporters in Kampala, representing election observers from the African Union as well as regional bodies COMESA and IGAD for East and Southern Africa. He said the shutdown of the internet disrupted effective observation and increased suspicion, but that the overall conduct of the polls on election day was peaceful. Analysts have long viewed the election as a formality. Museveni, a former guerrilla fighter who seized power in 1986, has total control over the state and security apparatus and has ruthlessly crushed any challenger during his rule. The other major opposition figure, Kazi Besigye, who ran 4 times against Museveni, was adopted in Kenya in 2024 and brought back to the military court in Uganda for a treason trial that is ongoing. There were reports of election-related violence against the opposition. Mwangi Kivimbi, member of parliament for Wine's party in the Butambala area of central Uganda, told AFP's Nairobi office by phone that security forces had killed 10 of his campaign agents after storming his home. Police gave a different account, saying an unspecified number of people have been put out of action when opposition numbers planned to overrun and burn down a local tally center and police station.